Welcome everyone, welcome to my channel. You're with Julia Morrison Smith and I am a spiritual healer. Today is all about the healing journeys and this is number 2 of the healing journeys. All still new and fresh and it shall be growing. So today we are going to be working with a client that Spirit has brought forward and her name is Trish. Some call her Trisha. Now Trisha W I have. Now the only information that I have so far with this healing journey is that Trish is a 22-year-old female. She has quite thick long blonde hair that I can see, and we're going to be doing levels of healing today will be of a mental and physical level. So I've got my little clues. So how it works is I don't know this person. Spirit brings them forward and I have a new client each week. It's a little bit like a healing session where we explore, we connect. So we will connect to Trish, connect into her energy. And I might say that as you listen and as you concentrate, you will pick up information also. So, going into the space, follow the journey, see what you pick up and what comes up for you to add to this journey is always amazing as well. And you can leave that in the comments below if you wanted to add that you're picking up different areas of her life. So for this session we cut it quite short so that it can be a short YouTube. It's not too long, keeps you in the moment, keeps it interesting, so we keep it moving along quite quickly. So at first we want to we gather the information, so we're going to move into the energy of Trish. Okay, so when we do so, first we're asking for permission from Trish. So we speak to the spirit self of Trish and we're getting a big thumbs up. And for those of you that haven't yet subscribe and you receive that notification that the new healing journey or other content is on the way. So once a week there'll be a new healing journey for you to enjoy and to participate in. Okay, so how I work is I'm a clairvoyant, I'm clairsentient, so I'm feeling that energy in my body. So I'm going to connect with her. I'm going to get visions. I'm going to see what's happening with her. And as soon as I acknowledge that I've seen, I've connected, then I'll receive more. If I'm not quite getting what Spirit is trying to show me, then I'll get a little bit stuck in that spot until I can work it out. So it's always so much easier when you're working with someone else because they will give you those clues. Messages will come through from the client through to me. So this is our journey and we will begin now. Okay. Now if you're wondering, for some reason I have the crystal heart with me in this session. Everything's important, everything's symbolic, so that may well come into play as we go along and we move into this young lady and what's happening for her in her life. So let's have a look. So I did a little bit of a check on her energy levels and just checking my video. Okay, I checked on her energy levels. There wasn't a lot of outside influence, negative influence as such, but we're going to go in a little bit deeper and see what she's feeling. So let's just move into the space of Trish. So I have Trish. I'm connected with Trish. I'm just moving into her space now. And I feel that she's quite a bubbly. I can see her quite happy. It's quite bubbly. She looks a little bit not of a slim build. And I feel that she's a little bit overweight, which is is going to be a little bit of that is an issue for her, and that we might need to address in due course. So we're just gathering the information, and we're feeling what we feel as we connect. So when we're connecting with someone, we're going to go in now and feel how she feels, if they don't want to show me a little bit more about her. So she looks quite like she's enjoying herself, she's having fun, but there's this underlying current that I feel that she's hiding a lot of pain. She's hiding a lot of internal turmoil. Okay, we'll go in a little bit more. So I'm just going into her space. So I think what is the message is that how people see her is quite fun. She's quite energetic. She's always there. She's a little bit of a tomboy. She has lots of male friends. Now she's only 22, so she's quite young, and I feel that young heart. I feel that energy of not really feeling like she's made a way in her journey, in her life. She sort of still feels like, even though she's 22, she still feels like a bit of a teenager, a little bit on the younger side, and not overly responsible. And as soon as I'm saying that, I'm feeling that she's very caught up in what's happening for her, and this there's a internal issues and struggle that's going on for her. So we're just going to, as you're going in, you might like to see if you can feel this, feel what's happening for her. Now, I'm feeling that you're thinking, oh, we can't do that because we're watching you. Just sit with it and see what you feel. See what you see, okay? The boundaries are endless. There are no boundaries, okay? There is no limitations to what you can do and what you can achieve in this work. So just sitting in this energy. We're moving into her space. Okay. It's funny, this woman puts out this message, and the energy is quite strong, that she's quite fun. She's still a big kid at heart. Yes. Now I feel like I'm in her bedroom. I'm in her space. Still living at home. You can see her mum, blonde hair, father there, or grandfather, feels like this is on the mother's side, so the mother's father is in the situation, or there. There's father there, but he's not as predominant as the connection with the grandfather. So there's the grandfather and the mother. Now, as I'm saying this, I never know where these journeys are going to take us. Okay, so let's see. So there's a little bit of a learning communication. I'm going into her. Going into her space and see what's happening. Quite closed for someone that appears so open. She's quite closed, quite guarded, quite shut off, not heard. Keeps her life quite superficial to protect what's going on inside. Alrighty, just moving it along. She feels really blocked. Really, really blocked. Now I did a little bit of a check on her. I didn't say that in the beginning. I did a little bit of a check to see where her energy should be and where it is. So it was quite low to where it should be. So, and when I get these, I'll go into that in more detail on a different session. But she feels the energy of others. Okay, she's quite sensitive. She's quite connected. This girl is an empath. But the energy, her energies is quite blocked off. Quite blocked. It's like I can't, she doesn't want people to feel her or connect to her. But in saying that, that's how it comes across. Let's just go in a little bit further. I'm feeling that, just looking at her energy, I'm just going to, I'm feeling like I need to clear her energy and start shifting this energy. Now, where's the energy come from? The energy's from other people. Does she? Okay, so for some reason she's taking on the worry and pain. Okay, the worry and pain of others. She's drawing that energy into her body, and this is why she's feeling so blocked, because she's blocked from the energy of others. There's a lack of understanding with the empath. Okay, empaths work in different ways. There's varying degrees of being an empath. On this occasion, this young woman, let's just see how she takes on. Right, so this is the big heart. She has huge heart for others. And as I see that, the energy flows from others straight through her heart, straight into her heart. But what's happening is the energy's staying with her, this energy of others. So it starts to build, it starts to block her off. So if you were to visualize her as this beacon of light, so this beautiful bright light, right? And the fog just keeps coming in. But instead of it, reflecting the fog, it's sort of absorbing it. It's like it's absorbing that energy that's coming in around her, drawing that energy into her body. So she has this huge heart of compassion. See, this is where it can become quite confusing, and people don't quite understand how they feel, because they're feeling that energy of others. She has brought that energy into her body. She has drawn that energy into her body to help people as well. People offload, they talk about their worries, they talk about their problems. We all connect with others, we all share. For her, that energy, it feels like I can see the heart, it's like the heart center's wide open and it's just feeling the body, but it's moving in through the energy field, and it cuts off the senses. It's like we're not as intuitive as we should be. We're not as fine-tuned and aware. We're not receiving the messages. But also then we're feeling that energy. We're connecting to the energy that's with us. So we're connecting to all these different people and their energies and their worries and their lives. It builds and builds and creates quite a wall. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the energy down through the body, let's just see what else we need to see with her. Now I'm seeing her mother and her grandfather again quite strongly, and I'm feeling that the energy is similar to the father and the mother and the grandfather. Not so much the father, the energy, he doesn't stand out so much in my mind. Now, I'll just do that first. So the grandfather and the mother, yeah. So I'm just using the pendulum just to check the energies. So she's very similar to her mother and her grandfather. She has a beautiful, beautiful bond between. There is this really amazing energy between the mother, and it's like the father's sort of way back here. So if we check Dad, the energy is really quite low, very different. Now what should it be? Oh, okay. So Dad has similar energy, but her father's going through the same thing. Now, he's very blocked, so we'll jump ship for a minute, because we'll pop Dad in the picture as well. Let's see how he works. It's flat. His energy's flat. So as I move in, I can't feel him because it's solid. It's like a mud cake of energy. There's nothing coming in, there's nothing going out, because that energy builds up, blocks us off. Okay. Just quickly, I'll just go into Dad. He's so blocked, I can't, I'm just trying to see how he works. Okay, so in through the heart, moves into the tummy. The father he's got a lot of, there's a lot of anxiety and worry. So this is what happens, is it becomes an anxiety. Because an anxiety is a reaction to this energy. It's like you can feel that energy, you don't understand it, but you're suffering with it. It's like all your emotions get trapped within, or you're expressing the energies and connecting to the energies that are around you. So it creates over this great sadness or exaggerated emotions. Anxiety can just be off the Richter scale. So there's a lot of anxiety. He has a lot of anxiety, and I feel that in his stomach. Okay, a lot of us put the energy somewhere. Okay, his is it mostly in the stomach? She seems to be building the wall. He's quite flat, but I'm just feeling a lot of energy around in the stomach. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put them together in this scenario. Now, 18 minutes. Let's move this along. So what we need to do is we're going to bring down a beam of light around them both. Okay? I think it's more about the dad. So what we can do is just pop the whole family in the light beam, just in case, because they're all very sensitive. They're quite amazing, like empaths. Okay? Varying degrees of abilities, all vary slightly. So what we're going to do is we put the 4 in the light beam. So we're going to, the light beam acts, so it's shining down on all of them. I'm just bringing that in. What we're going to do is we're going to start drawing out that negative energy. So we're running it down through the crown, down through the soles of the feet. So it's like I've plugged them all into this light beam, and we're drawing out all the negative energies of others. So if I go to the heart center, I'm opening up the heart centers of the 4, and I'm allowing that energy to not flow into us, but that's flowing straight up into the beam of light that shines in our mind from above. Okay. So we're just going to get Spirit to quicken up this process, and we're going to draw that energy out of out of the heart centers and out of the body, out of the energy field. So to clear up, I can feel that starting to shift in her. Now I feel that the grandfather has amazing levels of telepathy. And that's for another time. But we'll just clearing all of them. The energy's starting to change. The energy's starting to feel differently. So what I would do is then go deeper into what was going on with this young lass. But for now, as time disappears so quickly, we're going to just draw that energy out. And hopefully that you've understood a little bit more about how the empath can work, how you can process other people's energy by being compassionate and being kind. You're taking on that energy of others. But once you have that understanding that the energy doesn't need to go through your bodies, you don't need to be a human sieve. The energy it's like you can pop them in a light beam and you can have that energy drawing up. So instead of offloading onto you, you're allowing that energy just to flow up into this beam of light. Alrighty, so now just going to take a quick look before we finish up into, what have I got? Trish. I can see smiles all around. It's like a real lightening of the energy, change in the energy. And I feel that it's like she's saying to me, I can breathe. I can breathe, because the empath, the sensitive soul, I mean, we're all sensitive souls. Some a little bit fine-tuned differently to others. It's like, you see and feel. It's like you breathe through this energy, your energy. You connect to the universe and others. You can connect to the different frequencies. You feel the range, feel the differences. So the tool must be tuned. Okay? I can feel that now that I'm just going to go into her, that she's really struggled with a lot of anxiety and how she feels self-esteem. It's really tricky, because that can be confused with the energy of others, other people's insecurities. Okay? So the confusing part is this me or is this someone else? Is this the way I feel, or is this because I'm feeling not just one other? This is more of an extreme case where it's hundreds of energies. It's all this different energy. I couldn't even put an amount. It is just gathered energy that is stored within the vehicle. Okay, so if I'm just going into her now, I feel that she's breathing a lot of this energy now up from the tummy. I can see that release. So she's allowing that energy to flow up, out through the mouth. So the intention is to teach her, to give her guidance of how to manage her gift, her natural gift. Okay, some of you think, no, that's a curse, but if you understand it, you can manage the energy, you can redirect the energy. Okay, because it all comes down to our intentions and our belief, not setting the boundaries on what we can achieve, what we can't achieve, and how far it can go or not go. Just going into her space. This young lady has a strong intention to help others, to be of service to others, a counsellor, but I'm feeling and seeing art and painting therapies, or for herself. So that takes you back to the balance, keeping that balance, the creative energy which we can go to on another journey. So I think that just about wraps it up for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this amazing healing journey and where it can take us. There'll be different healing journeys each week, and the fun bit is we really don't know what it's going to be. It's all part of me feels like they're selecting in, as a course of action to get you, so from A to B. So it's part of a teaching as well, and an understanding of the possibilities of and the healing energies, the psychic energies, the spiritual energies, the universal energies are all one. Okay? There doesn't need to be labels. And the sooner that you come to that realization that it is all energy, the more empowered that you become, and the more aware of the possibilities of where it can take you. So, okay, that's us for the week. Thank you for joining me. You're with Julia Morrison Smith. Until we meet again, bye for now.